What up, y'all? It's your man, ES the Hermit Star, back again with another video, and I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Scorpio. If you have Scorpio in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is for you. I like that shuffle. That was clean as heck, you know? How y'all doing? I know we at the beginning of Sagittarius season. It seems as though the universe still has some lingering messages for Scorpio. So, you know, you're chosen by the generator today to get a message. I want to tailor these messages like the beginning of Sagittarius season and see like just what's what for a few signs. And like I said, you were one of the signs chosen today to receive a message. So let's see. I mean, we got your cards here. Let's start off with the Eight of Wands. This card has been showing up, like I said, a few times within the last few reads that I've done. By the way, I did a live stream reading for the new moon in Scorpio that happened a few days ago. Of course, you got a read as well within that live stream, so go check it out. Timestamps have been updated. Just check the pinned comment and check that out and see whatever messages whatever message you have or messages. You can check for your other signs as well and see how things are faring for you this week or so. But again, like I said, we start with the Eight of Wands here. This is swift action, so this is good to see. At least your other cards here, I mean, I do see a bit of turbulence. Maybe this is swift action in a sense of for Scorpio out here who might be getting a divorce of some sort. And it could be like rushing to get out of this relationship, making sure you sign the divorce papers. Now, the reason why I say that is because you have the Four of Wands in reverse, when it's upright, it's unionship or marriage essentially is what this would celebrate. So, the opposite of that is a separation, if we're speaking about individually, if this is someone who doesn't feel welcome, maybe you were in a relationship with somebody, a marriage of some sort, and once y'all got married, it's like unfortunately, it's a big fear of many people. I'd even say myself, like when it comes to marriage and stuff, it's like getting married to somebody and then that person switches up and totally becomes someone new or someone like you don't want to be with, right? Or you end up in a situation to where, maybe it was until you got married and you finally saw all of their flaws. You finally saw like a side of them, or how your eyes were open to what it would be like to be with that person. And it wasn't a good image. It didn't make you feel good. You didn't feel welcome. Again, as the Four of Wands in reverse is symbolic of as well. And again, that Eight of Wands being here is someone who, instead of just sitting around and waiting, you're taking swift action, which is, if this situation is symbolic of that, that's, to me at least, it's good to see. I don't know how, others might feel, but I can't really say I care. So the last card you have so far is the Page of Swords in reverse as well. This can be problematic in the sense of it's all someone who is very much all talk, someone who could be very much cynical as well. It could be you being very cynical about love now because you got into this relationship that didn't necessarily work out. That could be, a sense of you turning more cynical or becoming a more cynical individual. Or the all talk aspect being that you have these lingering feelings inside of you and these thoughts, but you're not really, you talk a big game, let me just say, about, separating from this person, or you're telling this individual how if they don't get their ish together, essentially you're going to leave. But it could be all talk at the end of the day. Like, yeah, that Eight of Wands is here, but it's you actually needing to be a person of your word, rather than you speaking or just in a way trying to force this partner to change, and possibly change to the partner that they were before you all got married, or change for the better in general, whatever that may look like. It's really just dependent on the situation, I would say. Or if it doesn't apply to you, of course, like I said, it's a general read. Take it as it resonates, if so. Nonetheless, though, it does paint, with these cards, at least these 3 cards, at least, it does paint a picture of someone who isn't happy. Whether you are someone who isn't happy and you're vocal about that to your partner, and you are going to take the steps to separate from them, or again, you're not happy, and yeah, you may be vocal about it, but you don't necessarily plan on taking any steps on separating from them. Or again, you're unhappy, because again, like I said, it does still paint a picture of someone being unhappy. You're unhappy, and you get out of this relationship, and I'm not saying you instantly have to jump into another marriage or another relationship, but you come out of it more of a cynical individual, rather than someone who has maybe a healthy dose of I won't say skepticism, but I want to say guardedness, but that's not a word. That's the term I want to use, though. Like a healthy boundary, I'm gonna put that, right? A healthy sense of boundaries, right? Instead of doing that, it's more so of you being cynical about love, maybe. Whatever is resonant of the message here, that's what we have for you, Scorpio. Best of luck with this situation, for real. We're about to get into the Oracle card. Hopefully this gives you a lot more, honestly, clarity on what to do with this situation. All right, before I choose the card, though, or read the card, I'd like to remind you to please hit that like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not. All that, all right? So your card today, interesting. Happiness is simple. Find joy in life's small wonders, for they hold the key to a fulfilling and contented heart. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to stay. I'm not going to tell you to leave. I'm just telling you what the cards say. But as I've stated in the 3 examples that I gave of what I believe this means for you, Scorpio, all of it has to do with somebody being unhappy. And if you want happiness, it seems as though what the message your spirit team is telling you is finding wonders in, as the card says, just, the small things in life, the small joys. And again, you can, if you choose to do so, you can stay in your partnership and try to do that, or you can separate and try to do that as well. But that could be the key to you just becoming happy and not becoming more of a cynical individual, is finding those small joys. So, like watching a YouTube video. Anyways, this has been another read for y'all. Hopefully you got something of value from this read here. Again, like if you got something of value, comment if you feel compelled to, share this to anybody you feel as though needs this message, especially Scorpio, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out the description box below on ways you can support me and the channel as well. And yeah, thank you for trusting me for being your reader for today, or at least one of your readers for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe once again. Until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Take care.